All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to class. Today, we're going to play with a little bit. We're going to get nice and warmed up, and then we're going to play with some flow as the winter approaches and we keep ourselves nice and warm. And I know at least one of you is outside today. So I'll get you nice and warmed up. So let's start by sitting well, and you can sit up on your blanket or a pillow or something if you would like. We all know that if this hurts to cross your legs to sit, then sit in another way that makes more sense for your body. And then let's just kind of just roll around your torso and see if you can find the middle space, right? So often we if we go from pose to pose to pose, we don't like just kind of loosen up. And I often think of a friendly, like a little animal or something that just like stretches out if you have a dog or a cat, and just gets itself settled before it sits or lays down. And so with that, go ahead and close the eyes. Start to align your spine so that the back of the head somewhere comes about in the same range as your sacrum, right? Shoulders to the side body. The chin is not lifted or tucked. Let the elbows hang heavy at your side waist, a little bit of tone to the lower belly. And imagine the flow of energy all the way up and back down your spine, right? The great communication center of the body, from the brain down the spinal cord out into all of the nerve endings that allow us to move our fingers or align our spine. And soften the jaw if it feels tight. Start to tap into the chatter of your mind and just bring it back to your body, bring it back to your breath. And as you breathe, feel as if you are becoming more grounded, the sit bones drawing into the earth, the thighs, whatever is touching the ground right now. And then feel that lift up from the ground all the way through the crown of the head. And breathe. And as you inhale, just a soft whisper or silent inhale. As you inhale, you feel or you say to yourself, inhale. And as you exhale, say to yourself, exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. And keep that up. Just a silent inhale, a silent exhale, and notice that as you focus on breath and these two words, the mind chatter starts to settle. And if the mind starts to wander, bring it back to these two simple words, inhale, exhale. Good. 3 more rounds here. And then when you are done, let the eyes flutter open. Take the shoulders up to your ears and then squeeze them back behind you and let them come down. Good. And again, take them up. Squeeze them back and down. And again. And down. Good. And then inhale the arms up. Exhale to your heart. Good. Inhale as you interlace, reach up. Exhale, curl it into your belly, maybe round back. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to your heart. Inhale, interlace, reach up. Exhale, curl. And inhale it up. Exhale, release, let go. 3 more. Inhale it up. Exhale, heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, let go. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale it up. Exhale, let go. Last one. Exhale to heart. Inhale, interlace up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, let go. Whew, and relax. And then just start to turn the head side to side. Just really gentle. See where we might be a little tight here. Looking over one shoulder and then the other. And then head back to neutral. Let the ear go to right shoulder. Always mindful of your particular neck. You know this, right? And then tuck down toward your chest. Reach over to the other side, left ear to left shoulder. Come up across the top. Go back to the right shoulder, pause. Curl down to your chest. Over to the left. Come up to the top and shake it out, everybody. Good. And then let's just straighten those legs. Can't really see my feet, can you? Because it's the same color as my face. So let me take those off. And let's come into a nice little Dandasana pose. Nice Dandasana. So move the flesh out from the sit bones. You know you could sit up on a blanket. For some folks, that really helps a lot. And then start to fire up those legs. Start to breathe. That's it. Hang in there. Equipment malfunction. There we go. And place your hands down by your sides. Roll the shoulders back. Press into your hands. Imagine that you could lift yourself off the floor. Like really press into your hands. And then soften that press. Tone the belly. Elbows head toward the back wall or the back room if your arms are long. Breathe. Good. If you can, keep that nice action in the legs. Take the arms up, soften the shoulders, soften the fingers. Finding this more challenging version of Dandasana. Spine is nice and tall. The belly is toned. Use your breath here. And then take the arms out to the side. Let those hands come down. Draw the shoulders back. Lift your right leg. Ooh, yeah. Good. Arms up, optional. Makes that even harder. Find your breath. Take the arms out to the side. Let those hands come down. Bend the knee into chest and step it over. Good. Fire up that bottom leg. Roll the shoulders. Lift your spine. Just wrap your arms around your knee. And just feel this like nice, tall spine, right? Just feel that. As the knee presses into the arms are pressing into the knee, and we're just seeing if we can find a little bit of length. Yeah, good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Twist to your right. Let your left arm come down to the knee, or your left elbow to the knee. and let your right arm come behind. Now, if that is too much of a twist, you can always wrap around the knee instead. Just breathe, just feel this twist. Check out where your head is, right? Don't overstrain the neck. The twist is not moving from there, it's moving from your belly. Think of your belly button, right? Think of that moving toward the right. Release this pose. Inhale, reach the arms back, come back to center, release that leg, press it all the way out. Lift up really tall and exhale down. Nice. Other side. When you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up. Pause. Feel this big, big energy here. Sit down deeply into the sit bones. Take the arms out to the sides. Exhale, hands down. Lift your left leg. Either you're here or the arms are coming back up. Ooh, yeah. Feel that energy. Lift your chest. Good. Bring that knee in. Step it over your right leg. Lift up really tall and just wrap your arms around. And then feel that, right? It feels almost like, I don't know, regal in a way, right? I'm just lifting up. My spine feels really tall. You notice you can take a good deep breath when that chest is lifted and open. Keep the bottom leg engaged, toes pointing straight up, ideally. Good. Inhale, reach up. Twist everything to the left. Either the right elbow goes to the knee or the arm wraps around, the left arm goes behind. Big deep breath. Notice again the head, the neck. Make sure you're not straining through the neck. Keep the chest lifted. Every inhale lifts the spine. And then release, take it back to center, reach the arms up, lift that foot off the floor, press it out in front of you, lower it down with such grace, and then let the arms come down and roll it out, everybody. Whew. All right, so depending on what your floor surface is, we're gonna do just a little bit of kind of leg sliding around. Again, if you tend to round, if it's difficult to sit upright, hands come behind so that you can stay with a more neutral spine, okay? Otherwise, you might not use your hands at all. They might not be part of the picture here. So put your hands wherever you want. You're gonna slide your knees up toward your chest. Gonna take the knees out to the sides. You're gonna spread those legs wide and you're gonna bring them back in. That's all there is to it. Bend the knees to your level. Take the knees out to the side, sort of like Badakanasana. Slide the legs out nice and wide, toes point up, and then bring them into the middle. Here we go. Bring them in, out to the side. Spread those legs and bring them back in. Good. Bring them in, take them out. Bring them wide and bring them in. Good. A lot of hip work here. Bring them in and take them out. Spread those legs wide and bring them in. Again, hands can come behind you. One more here. Bring them out. Take them wide and bring them back in. Good. Now, let's see if we can reverse that. Okay. It'll be a little trickier. Take them out. Bend and slide in. Bring the knees up and bring them out. Good. Take them out. Bend the knees, little Badakhanasana, right? Bring the knees to center, stretch them out. 3 more. Out, in, knees, and straight. Out, in, knees, and straight. 1 more. Out, in, and knees together, and straight. Good. And then pause. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Lift your left leg or right leg. Bring the knee to your chest. Step it over. Here we are again. Lift up nice and tall. Take the arms up. Wrap your left elbow to your right knee. Come back to twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, release. Inhale, take it up. Let's lift the left leg. Step it over, lift up tall, wrap your arm around or your elbow. Take it center. Release that leg and shake it out. Good. Bend both knees, bring them up toward your chest. Take the soles of the feet together, Badakanasana. This time we're going to stay for a moment. So maybe you lift those hips off the floor, move the flesh out, or just move the flesh out from your sit bones and find this first Badakhanasana. So again, with knee issues, couple things, right? You move the feet out. That often helps, or you take your blocks underneath the knees to give them extra support, one under each knee. And then just pause and breathe and feel the chest nice and tall. And notice, where's the tension in your body? Can you do that little like animal-y kind of finding space? Right? Good. If you can, you're going to keep the feet together. Let the arms come up. Find your breath. Take it to cactus. Woo. Press the soles of the feet together. Find your opening through the front body, pressing in. You got this. Take the hands together. Press those together. Work with the wrists here. Right? So as those hands move down, the wrists are getting more stretch. As you reach them up, less stretch. So notice. Big deep breath, press into the feet, don't forget. Good, release those arms up. Exhale out, take your hands to your heart if you can, and take those legs wide. Good, toes point up, flesh is out from the sit bones, from the glutes, breathe. Now press those legs into the floor, really, really ground here, take the arms out. That's it, whoo. Tone the belly, notice, right? All kinds of work happening here. As you take those arms up to the ceiling, slide the legs toward each other. Here we are, back to Dandasana. Really, really press through the legs and release everybody. Woo, good. Those hips should feel nice and warmed up. So let's go ahead and get to table pose. If you want, you know this, right, already? Maybe a blanket underneath your knees. Your blocks are toward the front of your mat. We're going to need those. So come on up to table pose and just start to notice. And again, right, I'm rarely still on my mat, as you may know that about me already. So here in table pose, I'm just going to start to move through my ribs. Maybe I'm circling the ribs from high side down into the other side. Maybe it's a variation of cat and cow. Can you move into your body and say, oh, what does it need right now? Maybe you bring the shoulder and the hip towards each other and look over to the side. Every time you're on your mat, right? I think pretty much you should be exploring what your body needs in the moment. And then take your knees wide, take your feet toward each other, walk the hands forward and come into a nice puppy stretch. So forehead comes to the floor, the fingers are planted. It is up to you and your shoulders, whether your elbows are off the ground or on the ground, you decide. And then shift the hips side to side very gently. And when you shift the hip away from one arm, you'll feel more stretch in the side body. And then the other side. And just notice, right? It's like, oh, yeah. Good. And then walk those hands in, press yourself all the way up. Come back to table pose. My wrist, folks, you can go to soft fists here. Let's make sure the wrists are strong enough for that. Press your right leg back. Tone the belly in, lengthen through your back body. Lift the leg up. Find that first engagement of the glutes, of the leg, right, of the belly, and reach the left arm out, balancing table. Good, just a teeny little flow here. The left elbow goes to the left hip. The right knee goes to the right elbow. So you're just bringing them in like they're on railroad tracks and taking them back out. And 2, we're doing 5 on this side. Try to go slow. And 4. And 5. Good, opposite elbow knee for 5. Bring it in, reach out. 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. Good, release. Knee down, hand down, walk the hands forward, press the hands away from you as you come back to puppy. Back to puppy stretch. That's it. I don't know about you all, but I ate way too much on Thanksgiving. And so I am finding my need to move a little bit more these days. All right, press into your hands. Press back into a regular table pose. Reach the left leg back. Squeeze in through your belly, lift the leg, level out the hips the best you can. And then when you're ready, the right arm goes out. Really firm up that left arm, right? That left shoulder. Here we go. 4, 5. Remember, knee to elbow and elbow to opposite or to same side hip. So in and out. 2 and 3. 4. Whew. And 5. Reach out. Opposite side for 5. 1 and 2 and 3. You got it. 4 and 5. Good. Release, release. Hands forward, puppy stretch again. Nice thing about puppy stretch, and the reason I'm doing this is you can really stretch out the wrists here. So after being on hands, it can be really nice. All right, last little bit here. You're going to plant your hands, kickstand your left leg out. I realize I'm going to have my back to you, so let me just turn around. Kickstand your left leg out. Press your right leg long. See if you can get your left knee to your left hip, fairly lined up. Your left hand on the floor and turn to the side. So again, firm up that standing hand, right? Make sure the shoulder is engaged. And I automatically externally rotate that shoulder. I don't know if you can see that. So that I've got a lot more firm muscle here instead of rolling the shoulder in and losing that stability. Good. 1, you're here. 2, you're going to raise the leg. Start to work through the obliques. 3, the right arm comes up. Breathe. Now press your hips forward, like really firm up your hips and your glutes. It's almost as if these 2 hip points would press forward a little bit just to help with stability. And then imagine that the long leg, the one that's up in the air, is pressing up against the wall. Good. Take your top arm over your ear. Find your breath. You got it, everybody. And then release it nice and slow. Look down at your mat. Plant your hands. Take that kickstand back in. Lower your knee. Walk the hands forward. I'm turning back around. Puppy stretch. That's it. And then press on up. Let's go to the other side. You start in table, kickstand out your right leg. Your right hand lines up with your right shoulder, but it's forward. It's always forward because once you lift the leg, your body comes forward. And then you're just taking that back foot down into the side. Press through your pinky toe. Notice I'm not up on ankle, right? That foot is grounded. Belly tones in. Ideally, right knee, right hip line up. Shoulder, wrist. Take the leg up, optional. Engage, engage, engage. Woo. Tone in through the belly. Take the arm up. All of this optional, right? You can keep that hand down or that foot down. Be more stable that way. And then pretend you're pushing that foot into a wall and feel how that firms up the leg. Now, externally rotate that bottom shoulder and feel how that firms up the arm. Good. Take the arm overhead. Breathe. Make yourself long on that side. You got it. And then slowly release. Hand to the floor, knee to the floor. Your knees or hips width apart. Tone in through the belly and come to downward facing dog. Good. Bend the knees, walk in place, stretch it all out. And then imagine a puppy-ish stretch here as you push away from your wrists. Reach into the fingers, let the shoulders scrunch up, all that stuff happening. And then just draw the shoulders back. Keep that pressure off the wrist, keep the pressure through the finger pads, through the ball mounds of the hands. Inhale to your tippy toes. Let go all the way down. Whew. Good. And then either sit back or come to child's pose just for a breath. Shake out the hands, shake out the wrists. Oh, yeah. Curl around your fingers. Whew. All right. We ready, everybody? Table pose. Just going to put this little baby flow together. So start with a nice strong core, press your right leg back, lift that leg up, take the left arm out, balancing table, one to elbow and up and hip, squeeze it in, reach it out, one opposite, and out. Let the left hand go, kickstand, the left leg, you're going right to the side. Yep, breathe, release that. Hand down, knee down, downward facing dog. We've done all of these in little parts, so here we go. Lower down to your knees. Reach out, left leg, right arm. Same side, bring it in and reach it out. Opposite side, elbow to knee, reach it out. Drop the hand, kickstand the right foot, take it up. Yeah, you got this. Good, let's do two more. Take it down. Downward facing dog. Reach out. Lower down to your knees. Whew. Right leg out. Left arm out. Take it into the center. Reach it out. Take it to opposites. Reach it out. Drop the hand, kickstand the left leg. Reach it up. Lower it down, downward facing dog. Breathe, everybody. Last set. Take it down. Right leg out, left arm out. Squeeze it in, reach it out. Opposite side, squeeze and out. Hand drop. Oops, I'm on the wrong side. How'd that happen? Darn, switch sides. The core works pretty much. I had it. Darn it. And release. And downward facing dog. Darn, I just thought, oh, you're doing so good. All right, down dog, everybody. Whew. Plank pose. Oh, I know. Big deep breath. Your right hand walks center. You can either drop your right knee and go to the side, a little half plankish, or you can turn both feet to the side to come to side plank. You know who you are. Watch that shoulder. Drop down. Downward facing dog. I did warn you at least that it was a little flow. Plank pose. Left hand center. Remember your options. You can drop the left knee or not. Turn both heels to the left. Reach up. Release, down dog. One more, both sides. I know. We're getting rid of all those calories. Plank. Hand towards center, turn the heels. Release, down dog. Plank. Left hand towards center, heels drop. Woo. And release, down dog. Knees down, everybody. Woo. And child's pose, or hero pose, or anything else that works for you. Shake out those hands, shake out those wrists. Find your breath. I love feeling my breath when I teach or when I do yoga, because I just feel like all that oxygen, all that blood flow, right? It's all flushing out the stuff I don't need, bringing in the stuff I do need. So awesome, awesome. All right, so with that, come on to table pose. We're not going to be on our wrists anymore for a little while anyway. Step forward with your right leg, grab your blocks. And then just start to find this pose. Again, you can have a blanket under the knees if you need it. You can have your blocks higher if you would like. What I would like is that you just don't feel like your chest is doing a nosedive toward the mat. So if it's really hard to get that chest forward, then just take the blocks up higher, no biggie. And feel that stretch along the left thigh. From here, all you're going to do is straighten the front leg any amount, lift your toes, and then bend again. And again, you're mindful, right, where your knees are willing to go. So straighten. Inhale as you lift. Exhale. And bend the knee to lift chest. Good. Two more. Straighten the front leg. Bow down. Bend the front knee, lift up. Last one. And lift up. Good. From here, nice firm back leg, back hips. Take the arms up and find your breath. Press into the top of your back foot and then try to isometrically drag your front heel back and just see how that engages your lower body a lot more. Good. Exhale, let go. And simply switch sides. So slide the right leg back and bring the left leg forward. Yeah. Breathe, 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 everybody. So starting in this nice, easy lunge, we get our alignment. The chest feels lifted. Your blocks are set where you like them. When you're ready, on the exhale, straighten the front leg. I kind of think of it as kind of bowing down toward that knee or toward the shin. And then inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, straighten. Two more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, straighten. Last one, inhale. Exhale. And then bend your front knee. Open up your chest. Take the arms up. Feel your whole body. Breathe. Think of this as a celebration. Exhale, hands to your blocks. Slide the left leg back. Bring the right leg forward. So choices here, everybody. You're either going to keep that left knee on the floor. We're going to do that same baby flow, or you know what's coming, right? We're going to lift that knee off the floor. Scissor the inner thighs together. Tone through the belly. Your blocks are where they are for you, nice and high, maybe middle setting. I like middle setting, it's a little more stable. Here we go. Inhale first. Exhale, straighten that leg any amount. Inhale, lift. Exhale, straighten. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, straighten. From here, either you're going to switch sides because you're down on that knee. I'm sorry, bend your front knee. Or you're going to step back, right leg, step forward, left leg. Your right leg's either down or up. All right, is everybody getting warmed up? That's what I want to know. Because it's nice and toasty in here right now. All right, you're starting in this nice lunge. Exhale to straighten the leg. Inhale to bend. Exhale. Good, inhale, lift. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, lift. Last one. And then bend your front leg. Whew. Find your breath. Take the blocks out from your hands. Step back to downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Open up those top shoulders. Find your breath. And breathe. That's it. Walk your hands back to your feet. Pause here, nice neutral spine. You know who you are, right? If we need to come up halfway just to be mindful of the back, go ahead and do that. Feel where you are on your feet and see if you can get into the middle space of your feet. Breathe. And then hands to knees, bend your knees, lift the chest, and come up to standing. Oh, roll it out, everybody. Whew. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. And then maybe go sideways on your mat and take the feet nice and wide. And use your breath. Take the arms out. 5-pointed star. Just kind of imagine that, right? I don't know wherever you are in the country, maybe, or on the planet. Maybe you've been seeing Venus out there, so bright and big, and the other two planets with it. What is it? Jupiter and Saturn. But Venus is like, bing, right? It's so big. So as we stand here, engage the hips, engage the glutes, ground the feet. If your inner ankles are sinking down to the floor, press them up and away to lift those inner arches. Bend the knees slow, bend the arms slow. And inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale slow. Inhale it up. 2 more. Exhale slow. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, you know you're going to hold this one, right? Roll the shoulders, your hands come to your thighs. Try not to scrunch up your shoulders, but it's kind of interesting. If you push down into your legs, but then push the legs back into the hands, it's super subtle, but wow, does that change the engagement of the legs? I'm actually trying to push my thighs back into my hands. You know you, right? Watch those knees, everybody. Breathe, 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 and then bring your butt back, 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 back. Your chest heads toward the floor. Let the hands come back to the floor or down to the floor. The knees are still bent. We're in this nice big pose. Find your breath. Straighten the legs. Turn the heels out so your feet are more parallel. Breathe. Take one hand, take your right or left hand to center. Take your right hand to your hip and look toward the ceiling. Good. Replace. Right hand down, left arm up, or left hand to shoulder or to hip, and down. Turn your toes out. Bend your knees, hands to knees. Slowly lift your chest. 5-pointed star. Yeah. Isn't this fun? All right, here we go. Slow squat. Do what you can do. Chest toward the floor, butt goes back, hands to the floor, straighten the legs. Turn your toes forward. That's usually easier for your ankles and your hip. Left hand center, right arm up or to hip. Exhale down. Other side. And down. Turn your toes out, bend your knees. Come on up through center. Whew. Yeah, here we go. Come on down. Chest forward, hands to the floor, straighten your legs. Turn the toes forward, right hand center, left arm up. And down. Left hand down, right arm up. And down. Turn the toes out, bend your knees. See if you can come on up through center. Good, last one. Come on down, goddess. Down to the floor, straighten the legs, turn your toes forward, right hand center, left arm up. Left hand down, right arm up. Hands down. Whew. Turn your toes out, bend your knees, come on up through center and reach. And then let those hands go. Roll it out, walk those feet towards center, shake it out. Are you loosey goosey, right? Just feel it right from the very beginning of class where we're trying to move through the ribs, through the torso. And now there's so much more movement, I hope. So, all right, back to the front of your mat, everybody. Find your breath. Notice. Inhale, reach up. Exhale all the way down. Step back to downward facing dog. Use your breath, spread your fingers. Inhale to your tippy toes, lower down to your knees. Find your breath. Press your right leg back. Tone the belly, lift the leg, reach the arm. I did warn you, it's a flow class. So feel free to sit one out if you would like. Elbow to hip, knee to up to elbow. Bring it in. Reach it out. Opposite side. Reach it out. Drop the hand, kickstand left side. Come on over to quarter moon. Breathe. Use your breath. Hold your pose. Press through the leg. Open up that bottom shoulder. And release. Take the hand to the floor. Listen up. You're going to step that right leg all the way through. Knee up or knee down. Straighten the leg. Breathe. Sorry, blocks probably would have been a good idea here. My apologies. So if you would like your blocks under your hands, go ahead and put them there. If you don't need them, it's okay. Breathe. Bend your front leg. Squeeze in. Remember, your left knee can be down. Take it all the way up. Woo! Almost lost it. Breathe. Good. Hands to heart. Turn wide. Yep. Nice job. Turn the toes out slightly. Bend the knees. Elbows to side, goddess pose. Take the butt back. Take the chest forward. Hands to the floor. Deep knee bend if your knees allow. Feel that. Straighten the legs. Left hand center or right hand center, left arm up. Take it down. Other side. Take it down. Listen up. You're going to walk toward your right foot. Hands to the floor, step back, down dog. Lower down to your knees. Child's pose. Find your breath. You know we have one more side. Everybody breathe. Table pose. Here we go. Left leg out. Lift up. Now, if you wanted and needed your blocks before and you're on the opposite end of your mat, just switch them out or bring them forward. Right arm out, left leg. Take it in, same side. Press it out. Take it in, opposites. Press it out. Right hand down, kickstand, right leg, reach up. Find your breath. You got it. Good. Release that hand down. Step that left leg forward. Yeah. Lift the right knee or not. Take it all the way up to high lunge, optional, or just arms up. Use your breath. I realize I missed one little detail. Let's take it down. Straighten your front leg. Whew. Straight is relative. If you need a bend in that knee, take that bend. Big, deep breath. Good. And then bend your front knee. Walk your hands to center. Turn your feet. Here we are. Turn the toes out. Bend your knees. Breathe. Squeeze in through your belly. See if you can find goddess pose. To five-pointed star. To hands down. Heel toe in. And simply find mountain pose. Just mountain pose. Feel your breath. Feel the legs. Use your breath. Just open that body. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Let your left hand come down to the side and stretch over. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Hands to heart. Walk the feet together. Squat into chair pose, but keep the hands down. I say this a lot. My thumb is actually sitting on my chest, on that breastbone, lifting the chest up. Tone the belly in. Squeeze the knees together. Take the arms out. Breathe. Hands to heart. One here, two. Left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Open the arms, optional. Back to center. Other side, right elbow to left knee. Open the arms, again, optional. Take it in. Squeeze the knees together. See if you can lift your right foot off the floor. There's your balance work. Knees touching, torso forward. Release that foot. Other side. Smile. Let that foot go. Stand up, everybody. Hands to heart. Pause. Hands down. Shake it out. Good. Release the legs and shake them out as well. Good. And then come on back to the front of your mat. Inhale up. Exhale down. Step back, downward facing dog. Plant through the hands. If you would rather be in child's pose, go ahead to child's pose. We're going to pause here for a moment. And imagine that each movement of your hip, if you're in down dog, is stretching your side body and stretching the sides of your legs and lengthening your torso until you find the center space for you. And then as you hold down dog for a little bit, refine. How does it feel? Maybe the feet have to go slightly wider. Maybe you're trying too hard to press the heels to the floor. Breathe. And then lower to your knees. Whew. And come on down to your bellies. And once you come to your belly, come all the way down to your belly. Just pause here for a moment. Shake out those hips. And just breathe. How's that feeling for you at the moment? As you fully catch your breath, as you feel the front body pressing into the floor. And then without lifting your head, keep your forehead resting on your hands. Your elbows are out to the side. Your shoulders are soft. All I want you to do is press into your pubic bone and tone the belly in as if you were going to move into a cat pose. And it's just obviously the lower part, but really tone that belly in. Squeeze it in, squeeze it in, squeeze it in. Use the muscles there. And then just let it go. Again, press down toward the pubic bone, tone the belly in, squeeze the belly button all the way in. So we're working against gravity here. Keep squeezing, and then let go. Good, one more right here. First, we press toward the pubic bone, lengthening that lower back, then squeezing that belly in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep squeezing as if you could lift that belly right off the floor. And then let go. So this time, do that again. Press toward the pubic bone. Squeeze the belly in. Maybe not quite as strong. Lengthen your torso. So all I did was kind of lift my head off my hands and isometrically pull the elbows back so that the torso got longer. But yet the pubic bone's pressing in, the belly is toning in, and then come to Sphinx pose. And maybe notice a little bit of a difference there than normal, right? Because we do all that flow, all that movement. You might feel your low back feel a little achy. But then as we lengthen and we engage engage through the belly, lengthen the torso, all of a sudden we've got all this space. So find that space and breathe. And then maybe if you want, you're going to take the hands diagonally toward the corners of your mat and you're going to lift your elbows off the floor. Pull the shoulders back. Maybe the arms straighten, but still you're pressing down through the pubic bone. The low belly is toning in. You're lengthening through your torso. And then slowly lower the elbows. Bring the hands back to neutral. Lower the torso. Let your head come to the floor. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Pubic bone. Belly squeeze. Feel your torso lift. Come to Sphinx. Take the hands out optionally. Lift the elbows. Draw the shoulders back. Keep squeezing the belly in. Tops of the feet press to the floor. Lower your elbows. You're back to Sphinx. Lower again. You're back to the floor. Good. One more right here. Think about it. Think about what your body is telling you, right? So lengthen through that low back. Press into your pubic bone. Tone the belly in. Maybe lift the chest and make that torso longer by pulling the elbows back isometrically. And then open those elbows up to Sphinx. out to the sides, a little modified Cobra here. Lower those elbows. Come on down, everybody. We're going to roll onto our backs. And I want you to have one block where you can reach it, just one. And then come on over, nice and slow, onto your back. Keep your knees bent. And just breathe. Again, just feel it, right? Just feel your body. Now press into your feet. And start to tone the belly. Imagine that you're laying on the floor again. So I want you to tone the belly in and then press your feet toward your, isometrically toward your hips. So you're starting to lengthen as you lift. You're keeping the belly toned in, starting to lift up. You're coming into bridge pose, right? So what do you do with your arms in bridge pose? A lot of times it is taught. Your upper arms press down into the floor. Your fingertips point toward the ceiling. The knees don't splay out, but if you are having some knee issues here, you can lift the toes off the floor. A lot of times that makes a big difference. You can take both legs wider, or you can take the legs further away from you. All of those things help. Now, lengthen through your lower back. Tone the belly in gently. Lift your chest. Press into your feet. Find your breath. And if your arms are bent, maybe they come back to the floor. I actually like turning my palms face up. It just opens the shoulders even more. And then reverse, the shoulders soften, the feet start to relax, the lower belly softens, and we take it all the way down to the floor. Big deep breath. Just one more. Just one more. And we'll be done with that. All right, here we go. Press into your feet. Draw the heels back. Start to tone the belly in. You feel how that lengthens that low back. Lift up those hips. We start to engage. Draw the heels toward the hips. Feel the hamstrings take over, take a lot of it so that the low back doesn't. The shoulders walk under. Maybe you take the hands underneath and interlace your hands. Press into the feet equally on all sides. Breathe. If the hands are underneath, release and come on down. Good, grab your block. Take that block at the lowest level underneath your sacrum, under your sacrum. That should feel good. It's very supportive, especially for those SI joints. Okay, so now you're in a little bit of a restorative back bend. You can even lift the chest a little bit and press the back shoulders down if you want, but you don't have to. Pause here and then bend both knees toward the chest. And then take both legs up to the ceiling. Now find the hover point in the legs so that you don't have to think about holding the legs up there. For me, it just starts to deepen that crease in the front hips, and I feel the legs just kind of suspend in space. Relax your head, your neck, your jaw. The shoulders should feel just fine. The palms are face up. Use your breath. pause here. Inversion, right? Watch for if you have issues with high blood pressure or eye pressure issues or high blood pressure issues. You don't want to stay here for any real length of time unless it's well under control. And then bend your right knee to your chest. Don't hold it, just bend it in and lower your left leg to the floor. Slowly. Don't just go flying. No spaghetti legs. And breathe, relax both legs. Hard to do, right? When we're always flexing, tensing, drawing in, and then to let the feet relax, let the legs relax. And breathe. Slowly bend the left knee to the chest. Take the right leg up to the ceiling. Slowly lower the right leg down to the floor. And then relax both legs. Relax your face. Relax anything that you are guarding, your heart, your emotions, your thoughts. Just let go. Let go some more. Bend your right knee to chest. Take both legs back up to the ceiling. Pause again. If you have 5 minutes in the course of your day, you can take your legs up the wall, or the other day I just took my legs up the couch. So my knees were bent, my body was on the floor, and it just is such a good restorative pose, especially during these crazy times. Big deep breath. Bend both knees. One foot at a time to the floor. Pause here. Want you to engage the outer hips. Press your feet into the floor. Lift the hips. Take the block out. Pause just for a second. And then lower down one vertebra at a time, all the way down to the floor. Grab your block one more time. I want you to take it wide, the widest width between your knees. Put your feet back on the floor and squeeze your block. And breathe. Bend your knees, bring your knees to 90 degrees. You're still squeezing your block, and you might not be able to see mine. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Tone the belly to the floor. Try not to arch your low back. So really press into the floor. Good. And then really gently, I want you to take the knees away from center. You really feel the belly work. Keep pressing down and then bring it up toward chest. Good. Squeeze, press away. Squeeze, bring it in. 3 more. Press it away. Keep really engaging. And in. And away. And in. Last one. Press it away. Hold. Bring it in all the way into chest. Remove your block. Set that block aside. Draw your knees to your chest. Good. Knees are to chest. Take the knees wide and away from each other. Straighten the legs out and up. So we are doing what we did right at the beginning when we were seated. Bring the legs together. This time it's slow though. Draw your knees to your chest. Take the knees out. Straighten them up and wide. Bring them in. Relax everything else. Draw the knees back. Good. 3 more. Take it wide. Take it up and out. Bring them in. Knees in. This should be easy. Take the knees wide. Open them up. Bring them in. And to chest. Last one. Take them out. Pause. Take them up and wide. Pause. Bring them in together. Pause. Bring your knees to your chest. Hold them in and pause. Straighten your left leg all the way down to the floor. All the way. Make it as long as you can. And straighten your right leg all the way to the floor. And let's find Shavasana. So I didn't give a heads up if you want to warm up socks or anything, sweaters, blankets. Grab all your stuff and make yourself so cozy and so warm and so loved. And then once you found that warm, soft, cozy, yummy Shavasana, and it can be on your side, by the way, it can be on your belly, right? What is your Shavasana today? I want you to pause there and just breathe. And maybe for the first minute of Shavasana, as you breathe in, you silently think, inhale. And as you exhale, you think, exhale. And maybe we realize we don't have to make it so hard. We can just breathe in and breathe out. Relax what you can. Just breathe in and breathe out. Take in what is good for you. Let go what is not. If your mind starts to wander, just come back to inhale, exhale. Let the body soften to the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. For those of you who would like to stay in Shavasana a little longer, please do. For those of you ready to start moving, wiggle toes, fingers, let a soft smile come across your body. Slowly draw your knees to your chest, rocking side to side. Allow the knees to roll to one side. Pause there in fetal pose. And then ever so slowly come all the way back up, finding your seat once again, snuggling in through the sit bones, feeling both grounded and lifted. And bring your hands to your heart. Bow to your own inner goodness, inner wisdom, inner voice. Let that be your guide. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.